Hey girl, hey.
Hey, darling.
How are you?
Good. I saw you have your kombucha. I have to go run and get mine.
Oh yeah, right here, girl. You know I gotta take care of that
Cheers.
gut. Cheers. Can you hear me okay? Somebody was saying it was hard to hear me. You can hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Perfect. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been kind of a busy day, so it's good to
Really
be here with you.
nice. What have you been up to today?
I had some press stuff for Soul Train Awards, which is really cool. Because
Oh,
of
that's
course I
nice.
grew up watching Soul Train, and I would love to perform on the awards someday. So I got to participate in that a little bit.
And you will, and you will. Are you in LA right now?
I am.
A beautiful day in LA. Nice. I was just jamming out to Moving On with Anderson Paak. Congratulations. It's doing great. How was it working with him?
Absolutely insane. He's a crazy guy, but super talented, obviously, as we all know,
Yeah.
and a lot of fun. Filming that video was one of the best days of my entire life, honestly.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was such a fun day. But I went on tour with him last year, so
Hmm.
yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't anything too crazy to just be in his presence and let him direct my video,
Hmm.
his first directorial debut. So
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. That's pretty dope. And
yeah.
and I feel like it kind of fits with your lifestyle. I was looking at your Instagram and I saw you were doing the workouts and the feeling good.
Yeah. That's the cool thing about working with your friends is they actually know you, and
Hmm.
he wrote the treatment for the video, so it came from a very authentic place. Like he knows what I'm into, and so we were really able to show that in the video.
Amazing. And then when you were coming up with the song and you wrote the song, what was the thought process behind it? Like, were you just chilling one day and you're like, I'm moving on, or like, what? Tell me a little bit. You know what I mean? You were feeling good. Like, tell me about that.
I was on the heels of a breakup. I mean,
Hmm.
honestly, like I'm the kind of person. It takes me a while to like detach after a breakup. So
Girl, me too. I'm still attached. It's been like a year.
exactly. No, that's what I was just about to say. It was like a year after we broke up, and I'm like, okay, it's time to
Hmm.
take some steps in the other direction. So a lot of the music that I had been writing was super like in my feelings and on the slower tempo side of things, and I wanted to do something up tempo, and that the track for it just felt empowering, and it felt um anthemic, and that's what I was just taking that whole um, feeling of needing to move on
Yeah, girl, it is
from my
time.
ex. Yeah, and so yeah, that's what came from it.
It's definitely relatable, I'm sure, especially during this quarantine and all this time. Like, it's harder to let go of people because we're out, you can't really go out and meet people now. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Right. It's like we're holding on to
Hmm.
the comforts and the things that we're familiar with, but it's also a good time to like be by yourself and be okay with being alone. So I'm
100%.
chilling. I'm in my first solo dolo apartment, getting used to living alone. It's cool.
There you go. There you go. Well, you're glowing, so that's good. You look happy, so
Thank
that's
you.
always a good sign. A lot of people, I don't know if they know, you've been in the game for about 10 years, and you were a writer before. You wrote for a lot of big names, correct?
Yes.
When was it that have you were like, you know what, I'm good. I want to get in this game and start singing, or were you always like, have you been singing since you were younger? Like, tell me a little bit more about the transition.
Yeah, I grew up singing, and I started the artist stuff when I was around 15 years old,
Hmm.
and then some years later, me and my sister and a friend of ours, we just started writing music and ended up doing a publishing deal. So the focus then became about writing for other people, but
Hmm.
I would get so attached to these ideas and to these songs, and especially because I was demoing a lot of them, and it would be like, man, this is my song. Like I don't want to give this to
Yeah, yeah.
homegirl. Uh, so I feel like I kind of had to make a choice, and of course that choice was to pursue a solo career and to release my own music.
That's good. What is the song that you feel that when you wrote for somebody, what was one of the songs that made you realize like that should have been my song?
I'm not gonna get messy. No, I'm just
Uh,
kidding.
well, I mean, Ashanti got messy like 20 years later. She's like, J-Lo song that I wrote, I should have been mine.
Speaking of that, I actually did write a song for Shanti called "Don't Tell Me No," and it was I loved the song, and then like she went back and rewrote some stuff. It wasn't the same song that we wrote,
Uh,
but shout out to her.
yeah, no, that's dope.
She
But no,
did release it.
back to the question. What song was it? You don't have to say the artist. You could maybe, say the song name.
If I say the song, you gonna know the artist.
Okay, was it a male or a female artist?
I mean, honestly, there wasn't anything that came out that I wasn't okay with parting with, but those were just the feelings that I was
Mm,
having in the studio. But I mean, all in all, I'm glad, like, I got the chance to write for Chris Brown and
mm,
Lloyd, Monica,
mm-hmm.
who they're honoring at the Soul Train Awards this year,
Oh,
Carrie
nice.
Hilson.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I'm glad those songs landed where they did. God bless.
There you go. I mean, you're still getting that coin. There you go. How was it when you found out that Solange actually endorsed your song? Like it was 2013, right? It was one of your popular tracks, I'm Alive. How was that feeling when, you kind of, she was like, yeah, I'm rocking with this.
Man, first of all, meeting Solange was crazy. I was at
Hmm.
Janelle Monae's house after a party. I
Hmm.
mean, after a show that Solange had in Atlanta. And we all went back to Janelle's house. And Solange was there. So I'm like,
Yeah.
fangirling on the inside and trying to still be cool. But she was like making eye contact with me. And I was like,
You're like,
Solange, what's up? And she approached me and she said that she had heard one of my songs on a website, Concrete Loop, and that she was putting together a compilation of up and coming alternative R&B artists, and she wanted to use one of my songs, which is really cool because, you just never know who's watching, you never know who's listening. So yeah, I mean, I'm just glad that I could be affiliated with a Knowles,
hmm. Right?
specifically Solange Knowles. She's
Yeah.
such an innovator in music, and I made a lot of new fans from that project.
That's amazing. Beyonce, you next. Beyonce, where you at?
Yes, Beyonce, we gonna collab next.
Put it in the air, girl. Positivity. Put it in the air. This is
I've
super
had
rare.
so many dreams about Beyonce. It's wild. Like I feel like at some point or another, it's gonna happen.
What's one of the dreams? Like you're performing with her, you ran into her.
I mean, oh, sorry, I have this. See,
Oh,
I'm
girl.
living, city living,
Same here,
city
girl.
living.
It's probably coming here next, honestly.
Are you in LA?
Yeah, I'm a West
Okay.
Hollywood.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
But it's just always like a homegirl energy in my dreams. Like I'll just be at a random event or something and she'll be there, but she's herself, but she's always cool. She's always so friendly. And I mean, that is her reputation in the industry. Everybody always talks about how nice she is. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's dope. Well, in the air, manifestation is always real.
it's already out there.
Somebody, one of your fans said, "What's the tone of the new album? Will it be more moving ons or more Cali loves?"
I like that question.
Hmm.
Honestly, there's such a range.
Hmm.
Tempo wise, it's definitely mid tempo driven. I do have a couple of ups on there,
Hmm.
but it's just vulnerable and sultry and pretty consistent with like the India that I've given you guys all these years. Just production wise, a level up. Working with D Mile, who is my dream producer, and so yeah. I mean, sonically, I feel like we've been able to experiment, but still keep it like very R&B.
R&B, definitely. There you go. She answered your question. um, Another thing, I was reading one of your tweets, and you were talking about OnlyFans. So you thinking of starting an OnlyFans?
It's so funny because OnlyFans, like they hit me up after that, and they were like,
Oh,
"Let
they
us know."
did?
Yeah, they're like, "We can get you started on the site when you're ready." But I'm discovering that there are like a lot of different sites that artists are using to
Hmm.
connect with their fans on a more intimate level. So there's like Patreon and other things. I don't think I'll actually start an OnlyFans.
I think OnlyFans name has just been tarnished. You know what I mean? Like even though
I
people
know.
people are like, no, we're gonna show. I'm gonna do it to show artwork. I'm like, no one's gonna be thinking you're showing artwork on there. They'll be thinking you're showing different type of artwork.
Right. They're going to be disappointed when they log
Yeah,
on.
yeah, that's funny. What is one of your favorite songs of yours? Like, what would you?
Mm,
It's close to like your heart.
I like this question. Um, wow. I'm trying to go back in the vault. I think one that's like super close to my heart is a song called Be Myself on the Origin album. It's my first album that I ever put out.
Hmm.
And when I just think about the process of writing that song, I was in the shower and like it literally just like rained down on me through the water. Like literally it came so quickly. It was one of those songs that like it was like melody and lyric at the same time. I didn't force it at all. It was really like from my heart, and it has moved a lot of people over the years. It's like a hidden gem. It's kind of slept on, but I feel
Yeah.
like that is one of my favorites of
Go
mine.
go stream that song, you guys. Go stream, stream, stream. And
Yeah.
I've noticed that you're very spiritual and like you're very in touch with yourself and your wellness. Have you always been this way, or is there something that impacted you that, is like, you know what, I'm going to change my life and I'm going to become more spiritual?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like oftentimes people have to hit rock bottom to make a
Hmm.
transition like this. And I dealt with depression for a while, and I just, at some point or another, was last year, was like, I have to do the work. I have to seek therapy and just
Hmm.
gather tools that I can go to when I'm at those low points. So yeah,
Yeah.
meditation and therapy and working out and just surrounding myself with positive people,
That's
and
important.
just creating those new programs because it's just all about how you're programming. So you're
100%.
right. They made it to your place.
Yeah, they're right there. But I'm glad you said that because with all this pandemic things going on and everyone listening, I think a lot of people are dealing with, depression and, things of that sort. And people think it's just them. And it's nice to see that someone who also is in the limelight also goes through the same kind of situations and the same kind of things. Surround yourself with positivity, health, wellness. And I'm sure music is a good way for you to let your emotions and feelings out as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're all creative. I hate to hear people say, I don't have a creative bone in my body. I think
Hmm.
that, yeah, we're all creating our lives on a daily basis with our choices. So that's all art is making choices and doing what you love and doing what you like. So yeah, I think just creatively finding a way to express yourself and finding an outlet, even if nobody is going to see it. I think that
It's for
that
you.
is a good way to, yeah, process emotions and just to have fun. That's what life is about.
Amen to that. Someone said, "Is India Shawn your real name, or did India Ari inspire that?" Or Ari.
I do love India Ari. She is one of my favorite artists. But no, India is my real name. India Shawn is my middle name. So yeah, that is my government.
That's her name, guys. Tell me more about the BET show, The Game. So you were on
Oh
there,
Lord.
yeah. So that's when you were competing to sing the national anthem, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was that? How was that experience? Was it catty? Were you like, did you do it because someone told you to do it, or was that like a self decision?
I mean, my manager hit me with the opportunity, and honestly, it was just a recorded thing, so it wasn't too much of like an
Hmm.
audition. I
Hmm.
just recorded myself singing the national anthem, and I sent it in. And of course, like it was my first television appearance, and we were at like the Georgia Dome. It was
Hmm.
wild, and yeah, it's funny because the game is on Netflix now, so people are like
Yeah.
going back to that episode. Is on the season finale. Girl, is this you? And it's
It's
slightly embarrassing because that was so long ago, but yes,
okay. Whatever. We all have. It could be worse. At least you showcase your talent. So
yes,
is that
yes.
bad? So I know you've worked with a lot of different artists and you've had a lot of co-signs from others. But what's next? Is there someone that you have not worked with aside from Beyonce, babe, that you are, aspiring to work with, or maybe your next project is with them? Like, let us know what is next for you.
Well, that's like three questions in one,
Oh,
but
sorry. I'm like, so this, and that. Tell me everything. Let's
yeah,
start with the first one.
so I'll answer the first question first. I would love to work with Frank Ocean. He's definitely like on the top of my dream collab list. Love Daniel Caesar. I think our voices would sound beautiful together. Rap wise, Kendrick is one of my faves, so I would love to work with him in any capacity. Um, and then what's on the horizon for me? Actually collabing with some friends. Shout out to Ombre. We might be doing a project together. And then also my album is done, so it's just a matter of putting it out. But
Yay.
I'm going to be releasing some singles before the album comes out. Some more singles.
Amazing. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Are there features in the singles, or are they solos?
Um, the the next one actually features Unknown Mortal Orchestra. They're an alternative band that I've just been like a super stan of for some years,
Mhm.
and it's crazy how it came about. I sampled one of their tracks from the last album, and we sent it in just like as like got to get clearance on this, and
Mhm.
then they were like, how about a feature? And then like hopped on the bridge. So
Yeah,
just a dream come true.
that's
Yeah. So look
amazing.
forward to that one. It's Too Sweet featuring Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
God, write it down, guys. Write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like, yeah, it's Frank Ocean. I'm excited. And someone said I'm
Yeah.
going too fast. I'm sorry. I'm excited. I want to ask her all the questions.
Oh, somebody says, what's up, India? I remember you from Rincon. So Rincon is the middle school that I went to in
Oh, nice.
West Covina. Yeah, crazy.
West Covina. So you were born and raised out here,
Yeah.
West Covina. That's, yeah, I've been there once. It's kind of like to the side, right? I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn. I've been here for 5 years, and there's some places I haven't been. I'm always just put them to the side. I'm like, it's on the
You're like, that's
side.
on the side somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like east. It's like hopping on 10 east of like downtown LA. So it's like 25, 30 minutes east of downtown. But yeah, it's a little
Got you.
suburban, yeah, neighborhood. It's cool.
Nice, nice. Well, I know I asked you like three questions. Well, I guess the next one I was gonna say is like, so you have an album out, you have some singles out, but what else is next for you? Is there any other projects that you're working on? Are you trying to dabble into maybe acting, maybe this? Like, what else is next?
I would love to act. I don't know if any of y'all caught my new video that AP produced. I mean, the AP directed, but like he definitely like pushed me in that direction and made me get outside my comfort zone. I did some acting.
You did,
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, I was like, okay, I might have a future in this.
Yeah.
I don't know how easy that's going to be with COVID restrictions and everything that's happening right now, but I would definitely love to get into some acting.
All right. Well, if someone's in here, listen, she wants to get into acting, so watch her video. And if you're in
Okay,
here,
I need
please
an
watch her
agent.
video. Yep, go watch Moving On. You do a really good job in there. And I know, and also it's like I feel like you were being yourself because like looking at your lifestyle, your gram and everything like that, it totally suits your style.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one last question. What are your influences, you would say? Like you kind of remind me of Snow Allegra a little bit. I love her and I see she follows you and I see that dynamic. That's amazing.
Hmm.
But what are your other, like, what would you consider your influences with your music?
Yeah, I absolutely love Snow. I think we're around the same age and definitely like
Mhm.
have some of the same musical heroes, and that is reflected in our music. So that's a compliment, of
Mhm.
course.
Yes.
Um, let's see, I have so many dope artists out right now. Um, the Janaes, the
Hmm.
Lucky Day for male artists, just like my peers who are dabbling in some other spaces music wise and experimenting. All the I call it like we're like the kids of like the neo soul era. It's
Yeah.
like our spin on new soul, um, and yeah, so all of my homies who are just dabbling in alternative R&B.
And keeping it alive and keeping the good
Yes.
music alive and keeping everyone feeling good and relatable. I love relatable music, and you're definitely relatable. I want to thank you for stopping in. Someone had a question that's so random. Is the plant behind you real?
It's real. I just bought her.
Yay.
I haven't named her yet, but yeah, she's brand new.
Good for you. I can plants do not survive in my house. I got to get fake plants. It's unfortunate.
Aww.
I know it's unfortunate, but I'm glad your plants are, you have a real plant. But you guys, if you haven't already, please stream India Shawn's song, Moving On. It's on YouTube. She does a great acting job. Stream her music. She has an album on the way. She has singles on the way. And put it in the air. We're going to get her with Frank Ocean, Beyonce, everybody. So looking
All
forward
of
to all of them. We're looking forward to seeing more of you. You're such a pleasure to talk to.
same. Thank you so much.
No problem. You have a great day.
All right, you too. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys were a pleasure. Make sure you guys stream India Shawn everywhere. Make sure you follow her and me if you like me. I do not pour vodka in my plants. They probably smell the vodka on me, actually. Make sure you download the Dash Radio app. It is free, free, free. I have an interview in the next, I want to say, 8 minutes with Mr. Zach. I'm going to go to get a break, drink my kombucha, and I will be right back. So come back here. Come back here.